Hi everyone, I hope I am audible. So, I welcome you all to my channel. Today, we are going to discuss a very important medicine for rheumatoid arthritis. Total 12 medicines are there today, which we are going to discuss along with their indications, everything, symptoms, and all. So, let us read the name of those medicine one by one. First in the list, we have Actia spicata, then Colophyllum, number 3, Causticum, number 4, Lac caninum, number 5, Lachesis, number 6, Leadompol, number 7, Lithium carb, number 8, Lycopodium, number 9, Ranunculus bulbosus, number 10, Rustox, number 11, Ruta graveolens, and number 12, Utrica urens. Once again, let us read the names. Number 1, Actia spicata. Number 2, Colophyllum. Number 3, Causticum. Number 4, Lac caninum. Number 5, Lachesis. Number 6, Leadompol. Number 7, Lithium carb. Number 8, Lycopodium. Number 9, Ranunculus bulbosus. Number 10, Rustox or Rustoxicodendron. Number 11, Ruta graveolens. Number 12, Utrica urens. So first we have Actia spicata. The causes are fright and fatigue. Very important. The causes are fright and fatigue. And Actia spicata, we all know that it is a rheumatic remedy, especially of small joints. So whenever the small joints are involved in case of rheumatoid arthritis, Actia spicata comes to our rescue. There is tearing, tinkling pain which is characterizing it. So this is a characteristic pain of Actia spicata, tearing, tingling pain. Okay, remember this tearing, tingling pain. This is characteristics of Actia spicata. There is small joint swelling after walking. Small joint swells up after walking. This is there in heading. Coming to the wrist. Right wrist pains intolerably. It is swollen. The right wrist pains intolerably. It is swollen. Motion is impossible. Slightest pressure on the palm of hand near the little finger causes him to cry out. Okay, the right wrist is swollen, it is intolerably painful and motion is almost impossible. Even slight pressure on the palm of the hand near the little finger causes him to cry out. So much painful, so much intolerable the condition is. Coming to the modalities, it is worse after working and at night. So whenever the patient is doing any work, after that the symptoms are worsened and also it is worsened at night. Coming to the characteristic symptom, it is a rheumatic remedy, especially of the small joints. And what is the character of pain? Tearing, tingling pain, which is discussed so many times previously. There is pulsation over the whole body, especially liver and renal region. Very important. It's given in Boric. Pulsation over the whole body, especially the liver and the renal region. There is perspiration on face and head. So there is perspiration on face and head. Increased salivation is there, which is having a fetid odor. Okay, so there is increased salivation and fetid odor. Pain is worse from touch and motion. So pain is worse from touch and motion. Okay, there is affection of the small joint, tearing, tingling pain, which are the characteristics of Actia spicata, pulsation of the whole body, especially liver and renal region, pain worse from touch and motion, and right wrist is so much painful, it's intolerably painful, it's so much swollen, motion is almost impossible. Even a slight pressure on the palm of the hand near the little finger causes him to cry out. And after motion, after working, the symptoms are aggravated. Small joints swell after walking. Coming to the mental symptoms, there is a fear of death in Actia spicata, especially after at night in bed. So whenever this patient is going to sleep at night, he is having a fear of death. There is also furious delirium during fever. Furious delirium during fever. It is caused mainly because of the effects of exertion of the mind, fright, and even mental anxiety. Okay, so exertion of the mind, fright, and mental anxiety. So after Actia spicata, next in the list we have Colophylum. It is also an excellent medicine for small joint rheumatism. So Colophylum is an excellent medicine for small joint rheumatism. So it is mainly indicated during pregnancy, parturition, lactation. For all these conditions associated with rheumatism, Colophylum is super helpful. Pregnancy, parturition, lactation. Diastasis is rheumatic and gouty diastasis. The patient is a patient of nervous temperament. It is specially suited, this medicine Colophylum is specially suited to anemic women during pregnancy, parturition and lactation, and having moth spot on the face and forehead and drooping eyelids. Drooping of the eyelids again a very important symptom in Colophylum. Now coming to the particular symptoms, there is rheumatism of women, especially of small joints. So rheumatism of women, especially of the small joints. There is pain in the fingers, ankles, feet and toes, causing restlessness and pain. So there is pain in the fingers, ankles, feet and toes, causing restlessness at night. Character of pain of Colophylum is very important. Let us listen to this. Erratic pain. It is erratic pain changing place every few minutes. Pains are intermittent, paroxysmal and spasmodic. Okay, so what is the character of pain of Colophylum? Erratic pain changing places every few minutes. Erratic pain changing places every few minutes. Pains are intermittent, pains are paroxysmal and pains are spasmodic. There is painful stiffness of the affected joints. Okay, so the joints which are affected, they will become stiff. There is painful stiffness of the affected joints. Rheumatism of the wrists and finger joints with swelling. There is cutting in joints when closing hands. Fingers are very stiff. Okay, so rheumatism of the wrist and finger joints with swelling, cutting in the joints when closing hands. Fingers are very stiff. There is pain in feet and toes, aggravated at night. So there is pain in feet and toes, aggravated at night. Coming to the modalities, there is aggravation at night and from movement. So there is aggravation at night and from movement. Coming to the characteristic symptoms of Colophylum. Rheumatism of women, especially of small joints. Character of pain, again very important. Erratic pain changing place every few minutes. Erratic pain changing place every few minutes. Pains are intermittent, paroxysmal and spasmodic. Remember, I gave you a mnemonic for this. The pain of Colophylum is IPS. Intermittent, paroxysmal and spasmodic. IPS. Intermittent, paroxysmal and spasmodic, and painful stiffness of the affected joints. Stiff, the joints become stiff. So there is leukorrhea also is having Colophylum is indicated in leukorrhea also if it is of acrid nature, exhausting. Upper eyelids are heavy, so drooping of eyelids is there. Patient has to raise the upper eyelids with fingers. They become so heavy and they droop. There is moth spot on the forehead and in little girls. There is great thirst. Coffee seems to aggravate, very important, coffee aggravate all symptoms of Colophylum. There is canine hunger with white coated tongue. Canine hunger with white coated tongue. Coming to the general modalities of Colophylum. Rheumatic modalities we have seen, there is aggravation at night and also from movement, and general modalities is in the open air by coffee and ameliorated after passing flatus. It's ameliorated after passing flatus. Now after Colophylum, let us see the indications of causticum. Causticum, it mainly manifests its action in the chronic rheumatic arthritic affection with deformities about the joint. So causticum is mainly indicated for chronic rheumatic arthritis and deformities about the joint. There is rheumatic affection with contraction of the flexors and stiffness of the joint, tearing and shortening of muscles. Very, very important. Tearing and shortening of muscles. So there is contraction of the flexors and stiffness of the joints. Character of pain in causticum. It is having a tearing, drawing pain in the muscular and the fibrous tissues. So the muscular and the fibrous tissues are affected in causticum. Also there is deformities about the joint. Very, very important symptom. Causticum is having deformities about the joints. There is progressive loss of muscular strength. There is tendinous contractures. So there is progressive loss of muscular strength. There is tendinous contracture. There is dull tearing pain in the hand and arms. Heaviness and weakness, tearing pain. So causticum is having a tearing pain. Okay, dull tearing pain in the hands and arms, heaviness of and weakness. So upper extremities, in case of upper extremities, there is heaviness and weakness also persistent. So there is unsteadiness of muscles of the forearm and hand, numbness, loss of sensation in the hands. Very, very important indication of causticum. There is a numbness, loss of sensation in the hands. Coming to the modalities of causticum, very, very important. Again, words in clear fine weather. Causticum is always worsened in a clear fine weather. It is worsened in draft of cold air from getting wet or bathing. Causticum patient is better in damp weather by warmth, especially the heat of the bed. So the patient is better by wet weather, damp wet weather, by warmth, and especially from the heat of the bed, the patient gets relief. So after causticum, next in the list we have another very, very important medicine, that is lachesis, Lachesis mutus. It is rheumatism of the left side except sciatica. Sciatica will be of the right side. Otherwise, the left side is affected. So this is again a very, very important point that should be kept in mind in case of lachesis, because this point is like examiner will ask you and it is worth discussing. Rheumatism of the left side. So everything left side will be affected except sciatica. Sciatica of the lachesis will be right sided. And the causative agent is like suppression of the sore throat. When the sore throat is suppressed, there is rheumatism. Nape of neck painful to touch, and stiffness of the neck on right side sore to touch. So the nape of neck is so painful to touch and there is stiffness of the neck and on the right side. Soreness and numbness of the right shoulder aggravated when lying on it. So soreness on the and numbness of the right shoulder aggravated on lying on it. The wrists are very, very painful. Wrists are very painful and swollen. Wrists are very painful and swollen. Could not study by day or sleep at night for burning pain. So the patient could not study by day or sleep at night for burning pain. Coming to the modalities, it is worse in and after sleep. So lachesis we know after sleep aggravation, during and after sleep. After warm bath also there is aggravation. Even from pressure also there is aggravation. So modalities, aggravation is from sleep, during and after sleep, warm bath, pressure, and the symptoms are ameliorated from lying down, just lying down, not sleeping, lying down, rest, and warm applications. So warm application gives relief in case of lachesis. Next in the list we have number 6, Ledum pall. Oh, I have missed the fourth one, lac caninum. Okay, we will discuss it. First, let us discuss Ledum pall. It is a well-known medicine for rheumatism or gout, effective for both acute and chronic conditions, especially Lidom is indicated after abuse of colchicum. People use colchicum not judiciously. That leads to the need for Lidompol. You can use it for acute and chronic both conditions. So the Lidum rheumatism, it begins in the feet and then it ascends upward, then it travels upward. There is a gouty pain that shoot all through the foot and limbs and in the joint, but especially small joint. Okay, so there is a gouty pain that shoot all through the foot and the limbs and in the joint, but especially the small joint, especially the small joint. So in acute conditions, you will find the joints are swollen, they are hot and they are pale. And this swelling, this heat, all these things are indicating acute inflammation, which is again indicating rheumatoid arthritis. There is cracking in the joints, very important point. There is cracking in the joint, worse from warmth of bed. So we have seen that Lidum is worse from the warmth of bed. There is gouty nodositis, ball of great toe swollen. Remember this, but this is not the indication for rheumatoid arthritis. This is mainly the indication of gout. So let us see the next character of pain in case of Lidum, the pain of sticking, tearing, throbbing. The character of pain in Lidum is sticking, tearing and throbbing. Coming to the modalities, it is aggravated by motion. Lidum aggravated motion, aggravated at night from the warmth of the bed, just now I said, and also bed covering. When it is ameliorated only when holding the feet in ice water. So the rheumatism of Lidum ameliorated only when holding the feet in ice cold water. Next in the list we have lac caninum, which we missed, question number 4. It is mainly due to exposure of draft of air. It is for a constitution who are very nervous, restless and highly sensitive organism. There is highly sensitive organism. Rheumatic pains. Now listen to the character of pain, which is signifying lac caninum, erratic pains. Pains constantly flying from one part to another, changing from side to side every few hours or day. So there is rheumatism, rheumatic pain, erratic pains. Pains are constantly flying from one part to another, changing from side to side every few hours or day. Rheumatic pain in the extremities and back from one side to another. So erratic pain from one side to another, extremities and back. There is burning in the palms and soles. Remember this point is important, burning in the palms and soles. So pain in the arms and fingers. Pain in the arms and fingers is there. There is great weakness and prostration. General symptoms or the characteristic symptoms of lac caninum is that there is great weakness and prostration. Sinking spells every morning. Sinking spells every morning. Symptoms are erratic, pains constantly flying from one part to another. Okay, pains are constantly flying from one part to another, changing from side to side every few hours or days. Changing from side to side every few hours or days. There is chronic blue condition. Everything seems so dark that it cannot grow darker. This is a symptom of lac caninum, that everything seems so dark that it cannot go darker. Very hungry, cannot eat enough to satisfy. The patient is so hungry that cannot eat fast enough to satisfy. As hunger after eating as before. Hunger after eating as before. There is sinking at epigastrium, faintness in stomach. So there is sinking at the epigastrium and there is faintness in the stomach. Palpitation violent when lying on the left side. Palpitation is violent when lying on the left side, and there is amelioration turning to the right. Coming to the modalities, aggravation occurs in case of lac caninum morning of one day and evening of the next day. So morning of one day and evening of the next day, and amelioration takes place from cold drinks. From cold or cold drinks, amelioration occurs. So let us end it here, and the rest medicines we are going to discuss in the next half.